Hey there, folks. This is Todd Richard, and I'm on the grind with Valentine.
I'm Suzette Maya.
And I'm Katrina Hopkins.
And we're on the grind with Valentine.
He was on his grind, interviewing all the time. Ain't gotta say the name, you know who is Valentine. Never know who you're gonna see him talking to, but you know they shine bright up in the interview. Lights, camera, action, ready for some passion. Man, cause he got what most of y'all lacking. Hacking, celebrity, throat cracking. Everything goes in orderly fashion. So if you think it's your time to shine, baby, you better catch up with Valentine, baby. On the grind, TV on your mind. Let's see who's gonna shine next. Constant on grind.
Yo, what's happening? It's your man Valentine, baby, coming from On the Grind. This is the show that's gonna give you all the up-and-coming cats that are trying to make it to the next level. Then we sit down with all the cats who made it, ask them how hard the grind has been for them. Man, you know this is where it all goes down, y'all. On the Grind TV with your man Valentine, baby. On today's show, we got a bunch of girls who taking a tour, Turtle Island, Suzette Maya, Christina Hopkins, Joseph. But gracing the stage on the Grind Studios today is my man Todd Richard with his song off his new album, What You See Ain't All You Get. You know what time it is, y'all. Let's get on the grind.
Clapboard's chipped and broken, the door squeaks and the porch leans, and the lawn could use a damn good mowing. Roof leaks just a little in the summer rain. Just a hillbilly palace at the end of a long dirt lane. But inside these walls is a house filled up sweet memories and a good woman's love, and a couple of kids that think I'm the best thing yet. Beneath that old shade tree out back, there's a hound dog buried by the name of Zach. And at supper we bow our heads and pay the Lord his debt. You take a look at this house, what you see ain't all you get. Vinyl top is worn thin, and the paint's faded, and the windshield's cracked. There's a hole in the floor where the fumes get in, and that burgundy upholstery ain't plush no more. It was Daddy's pride and joy back in '74. Yeah, beneath that hood held shut by wire, a Detroit Dragon spits pure fire. The subwoofers in the trunk thump through my chest. We took her to the drive-in, our first date, kept all our backseat secrets safe. She's seen happy miles and a few that we regret. You take a look at that car, what you see ain't all you get. This morning I looked in the mirror and I had to laugh at that face that was staring back. Saw a couple of lines never used to be there, too much gray running through my hair, and a touch of Daddy's steel when my jaw said. Few scars from my rambunctious days, and a tender spot neath a tough guy gaze. But behind these eyes, there's still a few dreams left. You take a look at me, what you see ain't all you get. You take a look at me, what you see ain't all you get. That's right, don't you forget.
My man.
Hey,
Todd Richard.
how you doing, Valentine?
What's up, man? Thanks for coming.
Hey,
Man.
thanks for having me. This is great.
What you see ain't all what you get, huh?
That's a true story. It's a very true story.
Man.
Betcha.
Now, why that song for the first song, though?
Well,
Off the album.
for this next album, I've been co-writing with a fella by the name of Doug Folkens, a really great songwriter. He co-wrote, it's one of the only songs on the album that I didn't write. It's an album he pitched to me a while back that he co-wrote with a fella by the name of Larry Wayne Clark, who is very well known in the Canadian Country Music Association and all different areas of the Canadian music. And unfortunately, Larry had passed from cancer a few years ago now. And this song, when he pitched it to me, you know, I knew Larry's story. I knew he's been on so many songs he's written. So he pitched a song to me, and it was the first time listening to it, and the wife and I both sitting there, and it was telling our story. It seriously told our story. It's true. What you see ain't all you get. I mean, we sacrificed a lot the last few years, sold our big house, sold my fancy Mustang, all this stuff, and we now live in this little 500 square foot shack. Clapboards chipped and broken, door squeaks, roof leaks. Like, it's literally our life now, and this song, so it felt right. Along with I've been in contact with Larry's wife, Maggie, through emails, and she's pretty happy we're doing this song. And I told her, I feel Larry when I'm singing this song. I hear him singing it. So wanted to do him proud and throw this song on the album. It's a pretty cool tune.
Hey, man, that's nice. And, I mean, we know you didn't do it with all your band people today. I mean, who you playing with today, man?
Yeah, I've got, you know what, that's the thing. I've got this wicked band. We call them the TR band. I'm not allowed to give them an actual band name, so they let me get away with calling them the TR band. And just some of the top players in Canada here. I've got Chris Rowland on guitar. I've got Mike Sanishin, who was on fiddle, and he plays fiddle, mandolin, background vocals. Bruce Morrison, wicked bass player. Jerry Adolph is our drummer, who also he drums for the rock band Chilliwack. So he throws a real rock and kick into our groove, and they're the best guys. Like, they make it when we do a show. It's that band that's got my back every night, and they're some good guys.
Now, the album's gonna come out. When's the album coming out?
Yeah, it's should be the end of August. Not should be, it will be the end of August. And we're looking at doing a big release in Harrison Hot Springs, where the wife and I live. We do a Bands on the Beach festival there every year. It's our 5th year, so we figured what better way than to have our big CD release of the new songs on that Labor Day weekend and have folks get to hear the songs live for the first time. So with the big band, the big TR band.
And what's the album called?
The album's called Long Neck Breakdown.
And
that's one of the songs that I co-wrote with, the rest of the album I co-wrote with Doug, and that's one of the title tracks on their Long Neck Breakdown. Really, some really fun, party, upbeat songs, so pretty psyched.
You can get it where? Where can we get it?
When it's out, when it's ready to go, it'll be available on iTunes worldwide. It'll be available on my website at toddrichard.ca. And I mean, we'll try and put it out there everywhere we can. It'll be, we want to really get it out there because our fan base is growing across Canada now, right? So we got to get it in everybody's hands. So
there you go. Now, I mean, coming up, man, I mean, did you always want to be a musician, or was there something else that you wanted to do?
Yeah, from a young age, the music has been. My dad that's my dad on my arm there, and he was a musician. This is one of his first bands he was in, and I remember being a kid. I think my grandma told me I was 3 or 4 years old, and she made my first drum set out of cardboard boxes because my dad, being from Prince Edward Island, when they had parties at my grandma and grandpa's house, it was nothing but music and fiddles and guitars and violin, just music all the time, right? So I wanted to be part of that. And my grandma was one of the first ones that asked me to sing a song for her, and I was hooked.
So they did that to you, huh?
Oh, they did that to me, yeah. They totally did, yeah. That and my dad, right? I'd see him, I think when I was 12 or 13, I'd get to go to a wedding that he would play. And you're sitting there watching your dad up on stage, and these hundreds of people are just loving it. And that hooked me. I just went, I want to do that. I want to do that. Like, it was just so, and I mean, I've been addicted ever since.
There you go. And then, I mean, writing. I mean, where do you go to? I mean, do you sit with your wife and write the songs, or do you guys like drive out someplace where it's just nice and quiet and just come up with stuff? Or where's the best place for you?
My wife is more in the management end of things. A lot of folks go, oh, does your wife sing with you? And she's just, no way, she doesn't sing. But she sticks with she does a lot of the management stuff and keeping me on time and wardrobe and all the rest of it. But the songs, basically, I mean, my last album, the Journey On album, I wrote with country singer Rick Tippie from Maple Ridge. And that was my first time co-writing with somebody. Before that, I'd written myself. And I mean, you just get an idea in your head. I mean, today I'm sitting here and you're driving in and all of a sudden a song will give you an idea or an experience will give you an idea. And it's pretty wild how it can come along like that, just out of thin air. Right? And if you don't write it down right away, it's gone. So you're right away grabbing that good old iPhone and either recording it or typing it on there so you don't forget it, right? So
see, it's a lot easier now to
you got that
record a
right.
song, man, because back in the day,
and it wasn't that long ago when we didn't have
paper.
Those. Yeah, that's right. Or a little tape recorder. I remember a little tape recorder. And I mean, shoot, that's probably even 8 years ago. I didn't have the iPhone. I just had this little recorder that I would just have, and you would just hit it. So I got all these tapes, right, that you got to play through.
You know what? I remember Tupac being a rapper. He used to carry a little recorder.
Oh, okay,
and he used to write like many songs.
Oh, right on. All on that little recorder.
On that little recorder. I mean, do you do the same thing?
Yeah, my iPhone is literally, I have to every once in a while, I have to load it to the home computer because it's full of all these. I mean, it can be just a verse, it can be a hook idea like Long Neck Breakdown or Road Heart is another one of the songs off the new album, Dark Somewhere. Just these little hook ideas too that you just, I better write that down or I better. So my phone is just full of these different ideas, right? So
that's nice, man.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
pretty
get
cool.
you. I'm gonna get you the on the grind question, man. And for all the people that's out there, that they want to be you, but
scary.
They're not. They're not getting any love from anybody else. Where they're putting out songs or CDs and not finding any success with anybody. Right. I mean, what can you tell them to inspire them to stay on the grind, to be able to release a new album? Right.
I think if the passion's there, that'll carry you through. If your love is really there for the music, whether it's playing an instrument or singing or however you want to have that music out, if your passion's there and the drive's there and you really love it, everything will happen. But I mean, there are highs and lows too, right? So it's like you say, it can be tough to keep your drive and keep your psyche. Myself, you get highs and lows all the time. So I think if they love it and they have that passion, you just keep at it. And I get it told to me still to this day by our fans is, don't give up.
Right.
Whatever you do, believe and don't give up.
Nice.
And don't focus so much on wanting to be on the big stages. Just focus on getting on any stage and getting out there and performing wherever you can, and it'll just roll from there.
Nice.
Keep at it.
And you, I mean, you were in a music competition, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, the CBC.
CBC one.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got chosen top 10, man.
Yeah.
What's that like?
That was pretty wicked. Yeah, and see, that was voted on by fans across Canada, like over 3,300 other artists, all genres of music. So it was pretty exciting to see when we made it through the first level, and I think there was this another level, and then we made that third level. It was just unbelievable. And we were like, how did we? And it was the fans that were on the computers and they were voting and they were telling their friends and they were spreading the word. So it's pretty cool how your fans can be so powerful and they can really help you and they can keep your psyche and your drive.
Social media, man.
Oh, it's changed a lot.
It's changed a lot, man.
I live on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I'm on there and you got to be, right? You got to be. The fans want to see you on there and they want to interact with you, and it's wicked. It's a really cool.
Now, do you think you found your defining moment, or are you still searching for that moment?
I think I'm still searching for it. I know there's been many I think there's been many ones along the way. Yeah. We just go, wow. Like today, being here today, this is pretty cool. So you get these photographer that still does photos for us. He told me a long time ago, he said, celebrate every moment, no matter what it is.
Exactly.
He says, I'm flying out of here tonight to LA on a plane. I'm going to go have a drink. I'm going to celebrate I'm flying on a plane. He said, just literally celebrate everything. Yeah. So I think our defining moment is still there. We're still working at this, and it's pretty cool seeing that we just keep moving like different steps up the ladder kind of thing, right? So I think the defining moment is still bigger and better stages.
Nice. Now quickly, we got about a minute left. I mean, what's next for you, man?
Well, is to get this album released and get it into as many of our fans and new fans, or friends as I call them. If you're a friend, you're a fan. If you're a fan, you're a friend. So I call them, my fans are my friends.
Okay.
And I think it's get that album into as many folks' hands and just keep working at it. And bigger and better things, I think. Is just,
nice. Man, I want to thank you for coming, man.
I want to thank you,
Valentine. You get the...
Seriously, I'm going to send you an album.
With the album,
I got her, man.
You come back.
I'd like to come back with the band.
Exactly. I think that's going to be a good idea.
That'd be awesome. That'd be sweet.
This is my man, Todd Richard.
Right on.
Make sure you go out and get a bunch of his albums. Get a million. Make it go platinum,
Tell all your
double
friends.
platinum. You know what I mean? Tell all your friends. All right?
Right
Thanks
on.
for coming up.
Thanks
man.
a lot, Valentine.
Next up, Suzette Amaya and Katrina Hopkins.